Hello everyone, and welcome to Shell Point Today for April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I'm Dan Filgrain. Coming up on today's show, we will present some serious moments in Shell Point television. Now I assure you it will be worthwhile information that you can use. Although this is considered by some as April Fool's weekend, we at Shell Point Television would never waste time entertaining such a notion. Also on today's program, we will recap the top stories from earlier this week. But first, we'd like to remind you that the Shell Point 2D art exhibition is coming in late April. And now is the time to register. To enter your painting, drawing, sketch, or collage, registration forms will be available at either service desk, beginning April 2nd through April 9th. For more information, you can contact Beth Crenshaw at 454-2290. Looking ahead to Monday, there will be a Health Connections presentation entitled Benefits and Advancements in Repairing Fractured Vertebrae. Dr. Andrew Gross from the Orthopedic Center of Florida will give this informative presentation and explain why early treatment is important. Sign-up is required, and the presentation begins at 2 p.m. in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands, and that is Monday. If you have an interest in the game of bowling, then you'll want to attend next week's meeting. On April 6th in the Osprey Room at 2:15, there will be a discussion on the possibility of starting a Shell Point bowling interest group. Leave your bowling ball and shoes at home this time and come out to meet other residents with the same interest. And finally, don't forget about next week's lunch outing to Rosie Tomorrow's in North Fort Myers. Last year's trip was a great success as residents enjoyed touring Tomorrow's Heritage Farm and the delicious meals prepared by a French Culinary Institute trained chef using only the choicest produce and meats. Court pickups begin on the island at 9:15, and the cost of the outing is $8 with the lunch on your own. Make sure you're signed up, as this is a lunch outing you don't want to miss. And now it's time to take a look back on some of the more amusing moments from this year on Shell Point Television.
In preparation for today's special to honor it being April 1st, we found something pretty amazing. Here at Shell Point, when people tend to make mistakes and they begin to laugh at themselves, their true identity tends to emerge. And to our amazement, we found some hidden celebrities.
So we have let me start over. Or stuck up on your favorites. If you're using the let me do that again. Suffer in thuckatage.
All of those exercises have a great deal.
Why don't you take that one down?
At the Social Center for my fall prevention orient.
Almost.
God, are you kidding me?
You're doing this on purpose.
No, I'm not. Keep going. You're doing good. I'll get a little bit more of you.
You know, to be honest, I'm confused now more than ever.
Really? Why is that?
Well, the first guest they interviewed said that the oil price.
Yep.
They said that China is devaluing the yuan. Why are you laughing?
Sorry.
In addition to that, China is devaluing the yuan. I gotta compose myself now. Now I got the giggles. Do you pop out at parties? Are you unpopular? Well, are you? Well, in this little bottle, it's all you need. Just this one little bottle. Vita Vita Vegemin. You can't beat it. Carl Yastrzemski? Who's that?
Carl Yastrzemski was...
A lot of clothing that we need sorting and putting into bins, and also linens. So, wonderful. What else? Sorry.
And then you can make them any size you want. I try to do about a tablespoonful. Well, that worked out nicely, didn't it? That'll probably be the best one. Don't you love it when things like that happen?
Oh, sure.
Hello and welcome to the Happening segment of Shell Point TV. This is Bev. Sorry.
Bev Van
I was gonna say, this is Caitlin Vanscoy.
Who is this?
And that is Bev. That person. If I say, this is the beautiful Bev Chanley, will you laugh?
Yes. I will.
You never let me do it.
Because it's silly.
What can I say?
Just it's me.
Can I say it, the bodacious Bev Chanley?
Oh.
Hello and welcome to the happening segment. This is the beautiful Bev Chanley. Okay. I'm gonna be serious this time. This is All Business Thursday.
Business.
It should be called, renamed All Business Thursday.
This is All Business Thursday.
And it's Doodah Tuesday.
Put on your May
and
West.
Hump Wednesday. So
Okay. Do that Tuesday.
we gotta figure something out
Seriously.
the rest of the days of the week. Okay. Hello and welcome to the happening segment of 12.TV. I'm Caitlin Vanscoy and this is bodacious Bev Chanley. And we're gonna let you know what's going on Thursday.
We're professionals.
We are so professional, it's not even funny.
Please don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Why, you're a woman. What are you doing slinking around my camp like this there, woman? You could get yourself shot.
Okay. Don't look at the camera.
Well, I thought we were done.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
All right, we're rolling.
Paper? It's paper.
Okay.
Doesn't like paper.
Yeah.
My name's Cowboy Dan.
Hi.
Some folks call me the man in black and blue, seeing as I fall off my horse occasionally.
Oh.
So, what's my next line?
Well, I don't know.
Well, those are the only kind of card games we play at Shell Point. They're pretty popular. But I'm gonna do it again. They're pretty popular. They're pretty popular. They're pretty popular. I know, it's like,
She really needs some.
in fact, we've got all sorts of fun and games coming to the hoedown. Shoot.
Well, hey, you come out here. Come here, show yourself. Here, remember the line. I know you're in there. Well, I heard you coming from miles away. Now, you come out here and show yourself, or I bump your lily-livered, yellow-bellied.
And action.
Wait a minute, my rope is all whacked.
Wax rope.
I'm so excited thinking about that hoedown at Shell Point Ranch on October 27th. Oh, I forgot my line. I can hardly sleep thinking about that hoedown at Shell Point Ranch on October 27th. Oh man, I forgot my line again.
What are we gonna do? No, what is it, Seminoles? Man, sakes alive, they're eating up all my good chili. Oh.
Better chili.
I know, I thought he had to say something else. Cowboy Dan, I know you can win with that chili. I just know it.
Not anymore, there's none left.
But I tell you what, we'll wait till sunup. Then we'll go to the next town and we'll find a general store and we'll get all your beans and all your ingredients. And we'll make a new batch and we'll bring it to the hoedown.
Okay. What's the line?
And the Legacy Foundation's dynamic duo of Jeff and Melody will investigate some farm equipment. Hey, I just read what's on the teleprompter.
Oh, it's like, hey, I just read what's on it.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? And the Legacy Foundation's dynamic duo of Jeff and Melody will investigate some farm equipment. Hey, I just read what's on the teleprompter.
This dynamic duo of Melanie Brode and Heather Batty are out at the park on the island ready to get you moving and help you stay fit. There's a fit tip here, right here, get you started. It's supposed to be, here's a fit tip. To remind you that the annual fund drive for the library ends tomorrow.
It's not too late to help support this self-sustaining service. We're a bad handoff. So I was too late on the draw.
And now it's time to take a look back at today's happenings, Academy News, menus, and Village Church connections.
Hi everyone, welcome to the happening segment of Shell Point TV. But before we start, I do want to tell you that today is activities sign-up day, so make sure you get to a service desk to sign up for the activities going on for April. We're going to start with the men's match play tennis at 8 o'clock down at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. At 8:15, we have the stamp ministry working down in the stamp room in the tunnel. From 8:30 to 11:30, our Friday marketplace will be in the administration courtyard. Canasta and Samba both will be played at the Woodland Commons second floor at 9 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, we have men's match play tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. The Inquiring Minds group will be in the Manatee Room at 10:15. And at 10:30, our Suzy Q boat heads to Marker 92 or Pinterest Crab Shack for lunch. Continuing into the afternoon, we have a 12:30 mixed progressive bridge game in the game room of the Woodlands. And we have a Health Connections class at 12:45, Zumba Fitness. That'll be in the Tarpon Room. The diabetes group appointment will be in the Social Center at 1 o'clock. And at 1:15, the quilters will be in the Osprey Room on the island. The model train room will be open for tours today from 1:30 to 3:30. And also at 1:30, we have our first Vespers of the day at the community room of the Arbor. Advanced table tennis will be played in the Tarpon Room at 1:45. And at 2 o'clock, bid euchre will be in the Sable Room. We're going to move to 2:15, where water volleyball will be played in the LifeQuest Aquatic Center. We have another Vespers at 2:30. The community room of King's Crown is where this one meets. We'll have ballroom line dancing in the Tarpon Room at 3 o'clock. And at 3:30, we have our final Vespers at the Springs. And the last activity for the day is 6:45, game night. That's in the Osprey Room. Here's Caitlin. She's going to tell you about our Saturday activities.
Thank you, Bev. We start with 8 o'clock pickleball at the game courts behind the Resident Activity Center. And then also at 8, round-robin doubles tennis will be at the Woodlands. At 9:30, we have men's and women's doubles tennis at the Woodlands. Then we move to 9:45 for duplicate bridge that'll be held in the Manatee Room. At 10:15, the Model Yacht Sailing Club will be at the Garden Apartment Pond sailing their boats. Then we move into Saturday afternoon for chess at 1 o'clock in the Library Lounge. And at 1:15, table tennis is available in the Tarpon Room. That's followed by basic line dancing at 3:15 in the Tarpon Room. And here's Bev to tell you all about our Sunday.
Thank you, Caitlin. We're going to start with our Christian life studies going on in the game room of the Woodlands and at the Village Church. That's at 9 o'clock. And we have our morning worship service at the Village Church at 10:15. Now, this is also broadcast live on Shell Point TV, Channel 13. We're going to jump all the way to 3:30 this afternoon with the Sunday Golf Mixer at the Shell Point Golf Club. And we'll have Latin-sized dance group in the Tarpon Room at 4:15. And lastly, for the weekend, we have a 6:15 evening service at the Village Church. Thanks for joining us, and you folks all have a great weekend.
Menus for your weekend. In the Crystal Room on Friday, the Crystal Platter is fried cod, shrimp, and oysters with wedge-cut fries and purple slaw. The dinner special is the seafood buffet for $17.95, and the soup of the day is broccoli cheddar bacon. In the Island Cafe for lunch on Friday, the special is a fish sandwich with coleslaw and fries for $7.75. The dinner special is Chef's Choice for $8.75. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill on Friday are poached halibut with sun-dried tomato pesto for $20.95 or chicken Florentine for $15.95. On Saturday, the Crystal Room is closed. In the Island Cafe for lunch on Saturday, the special is a French dip with chips for $7.75. The dinner special is eggplant parmesan with garlic bread and steamed broccoli for $8.75. In the Palm Grill on Saturday, you can have prime rib for $20.95. On Sunday, the Crystal Room features its Sunday brunch for $17.50. In the Island Cafe for lunch on Sunday, the special is a Santa Fe crispy chicken wrap with chips for $7.75. The dinner special is Chef's Choice for $8.75. And the Palm Grill is closed on Sundays. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm David Pavey, and with me is Pastor Andy Hawkins. Andy, we'd like to talk about the weekend today. What can we look forward to?
Indeed we do. Of course, we always look forward to a wonderful worship with great singing and the wonderful choir and Lord willing, some decent preaching too, I hope. I hope we have an opportunity for people to hear from the Lord through the Scriptures and that kind of thing. All those things will happen. It's interesting, this coming Sunday is also the Lord's Supper, and so we get to celebrate celebrate that together.
Good.
As far as the message is concerned, now that we're through the Holy Week activities, we're going to get back into what we were talking about before, because we were unpacking that new mission statement of the Village Church, which we're learning very well. I trust that people are really remembering it well now, that we're building a community of forgiveness, purpose, and hope in Jesus Christ. And up to this point in time, I've preached on what it means to be a community of forgiveness, and what it means to be a community of purpose, and what it means to be a community of hope. Now we're going to learn about how all of that is invested in the person and work of the Lord Jesus Christ. And that's why that last little phrase, in Christ, is a critical dimension of our mission statement for the Village Church, building a community of forgiveness, purpose, and hope in Jesus Christ.
Good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And in the evening?
And in the evening, we're going to pick up a series that I started a few weeks ago called Name Above All Names, in which we're looking at some of the names and titles that are given to Christ in the New Testament. We won't look at every single name in the Bible, but we're looking at it through the perspective of different personalities. So, for instance, the first message had to do with who do people say that the Son of Man is, or that Jesus says, who do people say that I am? And he's asking the disciples the question kind of like, what's the word on the street?
Yes.
And people said he was a prophet, and so we explored that. To what extent was he a prophet? How much was he a prophet? And then obviously he's, the prophet. And then the next session had to do with who do the disciples say that Jesus is, and he is the Christ and the Messiah. And so we looked at how that unfolded in that time frame, because Jesus accepted that title but wanted to keep it secret.
Right.
And so we talked about what's called the Messianic secret and why that was the case. And then this coming week, I think, is a wonderful opportunity, because now we're asking the question, who does Jesus say that he is? Right. And there's one specific title that Jesus favored above all other titles. And this particular title is almost exclusively used by Jesus about himself.
Do I get a prize if I remember it?
You can get a prize. Brownie points, or at least.
I can't. Well, we're going to have to come and hear what you have
that's
to say.
exactly right. Keep them guessing a little bit. So we're going to look at that as well.
That's good. Is there any special music this weekend?
Well, surely. In the morning service, we have a guest organist. Her name is Kristen Barron, and she's from Christ Memorial Church in Holland, Michigan. And there is always a Shell Point connection with a lot of the folks that we bring here, and that's certainly the case as well. You remember Gary and Ron Matthews, who are the sons of Elva Matthews, fantastic musicians. We've had them here before on many occasions, and in fact even recently. Well, Gary Matthews is the minister of worship and music at Christ Memorial Church in Holland, Michigan, and so Kristen is his organist, and so she'll be down here visiting Elva and other people that she might know, and so she's going to grace us with her gifts at the organ as well. And of course the choir will be singing, and once again it'll be a wonderful opportunity to glorify the Lord and hear from him.
We'll look forward to that. Andy,
Great.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
God bless you.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in to Village Church Connections.
Now let's take a look at the top stories from earlier this week. It's not too late to think about healthy living. In fact, you can think about it, learn about it, ask questions about it, and practice healthy living by attending the next class. It takes place the first Tuesday of next month. Hey, that's next Tuesday. Here's Michelle Tompkins to tell us more.
Hi, I'm Michelle Tompkins. I'm very excited to share with you healthy living at our new time and date, the first Tuesday of the month in the Osprey Room at 11:45 to 12:15. This new and improved healthy living class will be led by myself, our fitness coordinators Hannah Hotzman, Cheryl Cooper, and Mel Brode as well. We'll bring together different topics each month that may include anything from fitness-related topics to nutrition, to anything that we may find in the internet, on the news, something that may spark our interest, and we'll want to bring that to class and share. The class is for employees and residents alike. We come together, we may discuss these topics, debate these topics, or share anything that we may find interesting that we've heard about in a magazine or whatnot. Please get excited and join us and join the fitness coordinators at the Osprey Room the first Tuesday of each month for healthy living, 11:45 to 12:15.
Earlier this week, we headed out to the Shell Point driving range and checked up on Melody Desolé from the Legacy Foundation. Apparently, she has decided to take up golfing and has enlisted the instruction of one of the club's finest instructors, Nick Messina.
Hey, Melody, what are you up to?
Hey, Jeff. Well, I'm just getting a golf lesson from Nick Messinas with the Pro Shop. He decided to come out here and help me brush up on my skills for the upcoming golf tournament.
Looks like you need a little more than brushing up.
Thanks a lot. Well, anyways, the tournament's on April 7th, so I have a little bit of time.
That's great, Melody. That's the tournament for the Edith C. Fraser Scholarship Fund for nursing students at Shell Point.
That's exactly right, and I'm not a nursing student, but I wanted to partake in this tournament to help out a good cause.
That's great. Well, we've got residents, employees, staff, everyone's going to want to participate in this golf tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun, prizes, food, and it's all for a great cause.
Yeah, so I hear it's a 4-person scramble with a shotgun start at 8 in the morning, so bright and early. So can I get the day off to help?
Well, I'm not sure if you better stay with your day job. So anyways, the scholarship fund, the funds are used to support our employees that are looking to become nurses, CNAs, for those that are CNAs, maybe an LPN, and for advanced nursing as well. So we keep and retain our best employees that really care and serve our Shell Point residents each and every day.
Absolutely. Now I heard that the flyer is located in the Pro Shop, and the cost is $65 for members and $85 for guests. Now how does that pan out with receipting?
Well, that's a good question. What you first want to do is call the Pro Shop and sign up for that day, for the tournament. We'll make sure that we get you a receipt, but it's all for a good cause. We may even have some residents that don't want to come out and golf, but they want to support the scholarship fund. All they need to do is make a check payable to Shell Point and drop it off at the Legacy Foundation office, or just drop it in the mail. And just note on there that it's for the Edith C. Fraser Scholarship Fund.
Okay, so if they want to sign up for the tournament, it's through the Pro Shop. If they can't participate, like you're not allowing me to participate in the tournament, they can send something through the mail to the Legacy Foundation. Exactly. Is that right?
That's right. It's all for a great cause. It'll be a great day, April 7th, out at the golf course.
Well, in the meantime, there's always the annual golf tournament in November too, so I should probably keep practicing at this point.
You should, and that means I need to get out of the way.
Fitness instructor Ingrid Oliver showed us a fun and exciting way to get in shape. It's the Zumba fitness class here at Shell Point.
Hi everybody, I'm Coach Iggy. I'm a certified Zumba instructor and I'm here to tell you all about Zumba Fitness. The new sessions are coming up. They are 6-week sessions for $55 each. The classes are Monday, 12:45 to 1:30. We also now have a new secondary session Fridays, also at the exact same time. You also get the bonus of being able to take both classes for $95 as a discount if you put them together. All sessions are 6 weeks at a time, and where I would love for you to come, there's wonderful music that are Latin-based and world-based, so you can learn dances from all around the world. All you have to do is bring a smile and lots of energy, and we'll work out without even noticing we're working out. I hope to see you there.
Muscular, skeletal, or neurological pain can be long-term and often difficult to cope with. Fortunately, Shell Point has pain management specialist Dr. Martinez on board to help diagnose and manage your pain through conservative treatments. Heather Batty introduced him to us earlier in the week.
Hi, I'm Heather Batty with Resort Services. And today I have a special guest. It's one of our newest doctors and practices here at Shell Point. I have Dr. Martinez here. He is from the Advanced Pain Management and Spine Specialist in Fort Myers.
That's right.
Well, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm originally from South Florida and
Oh, great.
did my training up in New York. Went to New York Medical College and then Columbia and Cornell universities for residency training. And I am happy to be back home in South Florida.
That's great. And so it's actually called the Advanced Pain Management and Spine Specialist.
That's right.
Okay, so what is a pain management doctor?
A pain management doctor is one who's first going to help to figure out why you're in pain, give you a diagnosis,
Okay.
and then go through all of the conservative treatments that we have to help you with that pain. And hopefully help you relieve that.
And so this is anything from like a headache pain to back pain?
So any pain in general.
Okay.
Unless it's an acute medical emergency like chest pain, you should always report to your primary care doctor or call, for emergency care. But any musculoskeletal injury, pain of neurologic origin like shingles, sciatica, rib fractures, some spinal fractures.
Okay. So when would I, for instance, say back pain, how would I decide, oh, I need a massage, I need a pain management doctor, or I need a chiropractor?
So it depends on how severe the pain is.
Okay.
If it's not limiting your functioning, if you're able to walk through it, and if it's relatively new, chances are that it will resolve with conservative care. You should first check in with your primary care physician in that setting. If the pain is severe or if it's limiting your ability to walk or to participate in recreational activities, then we need to figure out why you're having this pain.
Okay.
And then we go over all the options we have to treat it.
So what are those kind of treatments? What are some things that we would see in a pain management?
So in pain management, we have 3 basic pillars of treatment. We start with physical rehabilitation. That works on strengthening your muscles, improving flexibility, improving your balance and gait. And then teaching you strategies to exercise at home and prevent the pain from coming back. We also use physical modalities like TENS units, deep heat, ultrasound. After physical rehabilitation, then we have medications. And for many people, they are able to find a balance of medicines that help their pain without significantly impeding functioning or causing too much sedation. And then finally, we have the injections, where we specialize in blocking certain pain generators.
Oh, wow. See, I didn't even realize all of that even exists. You hear pain management and you would think it would be really, very specific.
Right, and it's so broad. I mean, we see pain of, everywhere from the head all the way down to the feet. And we are basically the conservative line of treatment. We would do everything except or up to surgery to help you with these symptoms. A lot of people don't want to have surgery because of the risks of infection and anesthesia.
Sure, and if you don't have to get surgery.
Right.
That's great. So this is your one of our newest practices here at Shell Point, new this year. And where can residents find you?
They can find me at the Arbor. For now, we're working Thursday mornings from 8 in the morning through noon.
Okay.
And soon we're going to open up another half day during the week.
Oh, great. And do you happen to know your phone number?
I do. It's 239-437-8000.
Excellent. So if you are interested in seeing a pain management doctor, please give Dr. Martinez a call and set up your next appointment. Thank you, and stay happy and healthy.
This week we headed over to Ruth Duber's kitchen, where her friend Eleanor Perkins dropped by to show us how to make some scrumptious cookies. Don't worry, they're gluten-free. Now that doesn't take away the sugar, but hey, at least you'll feel better about eating them. Or maybe if you're like me, you won't feel bad at all anyway. Just take them out of the oven and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Ruth Duber, and this is What's Cooking at Shell Point. And my favorite guest, Eleanor Perkins, is here with me. And I call her my butter queen because I think before this, every show she's done's had a lot of butter in it. And look, she's this big around. I don't know how she does that.
I give them away.
Okay, that's true. That's true. So she's going to do a wonderful cookie today. There's no flour in it, and it has just wonderful, good, yummy stuff. So I'm going to let you take over.
Okay. This little cookie is called Simply Scrumptious, and homemade chocolate chip cookie. No flour, no shortening. You use a natural nut butter. For these, use almond butter. And it replaces the flour and the butter that would normally be in a cookie recipe. It only has 5 ingredients in it. It has the almond butter, It has the chocolate chips. It has brown sugar, has 1 egg, and a little bit of coarse salt. We're making half a recipe. The whole recipe, which is you can certainly make 2, makes anywhere from really 26 to 30 small cookies. So we're just cutting it in half. They're not a cookie that has a long shelf life, and that's because you may give a few away and you will eat the rest of them. But since they don't, a half a batch is just right, and they're quick. They don't take any time to make. It's a delightful little recipe. So the first thing we're going to do is have a half a cup of almond butter. Miss Ruth got Jif almond butter. You need to look at labels when you buy even what they say is natural. The Jif natural nut butters, they add a little bit of sugar to them and something else. Maranatha and a couple of the other brands are just strictly a nut butter, which means that's all you're getting is just the nut. So that's what I usually get because I don't want any added sugar in it. And good either way, but you can get just a natural nut butter, either peanut or almond. That's what we're going to do. So, but sugar's a little bit like butter. Hey, what harm can it do? Kind of makes you happy, you know. Okay, so we're putting the almond butter in there. That's a half a cup of almond butter, and then a 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. They call for light brown. I don't really know that that would make one whit of difference.
Yeah, but the dark brown has a very molasses taste.
It's more taste, yeah, so that probably be a little milder. 1 beaten up egg that you put in there for this half. The salt is a 1/4 of a teaspoon of, they say, coarse salt. And I do suggest that unless you just absolutely cannot have any salt, that you use it, because I think the salt in this with the natural nut butters helps bring out the flavor. Salt is an enhancement to flavors. And then the chocolate chips. So I'm going to stir all those up with this first, and then I'm going to get that bigger one. It says you stir everything up until I love it said it makes a dough forms. Well, it's not going to be dough like you think of dough. It's going to be a little looser than you think. But I have found that the more you stir it, because you really need to be sure that that egg is incorporated fully in there. And see, it is getting doughier. That's what you don't want it running off the spoon. You want it to hang like that. So just really stir it up real good. And then you can make them any size you want. I try to do about a tablespoonful. This is, to me, about the right size for the cookie. And we'll just see how many we come out with. You can make them a little smaller than that. You know, do it however you want. And they don't have to be perfect. One of the joys of aging is no longer having to be perfect. Or thinking we did anyway. So, I don't know if y'all used to make biscuits. Oh, this one's going to be okay. My mother, if there was a little bit of biscuit dough, and I used to do this for my kids, the little bit left was called the baby biscuit. And everybody raised their hand. They wanted the little baby biscuit, the little bitty bit of dough that was left. So, all right, into the oven.
It's 350 degrees.
It says 10 minutes. My oven takes 11, but we'll check them at 10 and see how they're doing. I wanted to tell you what I did yesterday when I was making a sample of the half batch, because I'd only made a whole batch. My husband is a peanut butter lover. I think the only thing I've never seen David put peanut butter on was scrambled eggs. The man absolutely loves peanut butter on just about everything. But when I made the second batch, exactly the same, but I didn't put the chocolate chips in it. I had some Reese's Peanut Butter Cup miniatures, which are just tiny little things. And I cut them twice, so they were in fourths. And I use Reese's Peanut Butter Cup miniatures cut up instead of the chocolate chips. And when he had that one, he said, that's the one. That is one good cookie. So that's something else you could do. I would think you could put M&Ms in them if you wanted to. I mean, it wouldn't, particularly the small ones might be better. But the Reese's were delicious in this cookie. Really, really good. Miss Ruth tried one. And Rich tried one, so we have a consensus that they are definitely
definitely delicious.
Variation, yes, to do. So you can do that. You can have fun with it. Okay,
Yeah.
here
I
they
think
are.
we did it 1 minute too long.
Yep.
It should have been 11, and we did 12. So
Yep.
you were so busy talking, I
That's right.
forgot to do the time.
11 is just right in my oven. They don't get real brown on the bottom, but when they're done, they'll smooth off on the top, and like when at 11 minutes you can take them out and you can put your finger right there. See, these are a little done, or they don't, and they'll kind of sink in just a little, but they're not. Your hand doesn't go through. So that 1 minute with a cookie like this makes a difference, and
Well,
then
it's
it
good to
keeps it
show a
all
mistake.
soft inside.
Yeah.
But there they are, all nice and warm and pretty. And be sure you try with the Reese's cups, because you won't be disappointed.
Right, yeah. Oh, they're still too hot.
They're too
But
hot.
I guarantee you they're delicious. So we'll put the recipe up on the website, and I hope you'll try them. And we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You can join fitness coordinator Hannah Hosterman for a 45-minute osteoporosis workshop. There are 4 12-week sessions that you can participate in, and the first begins April 4th. The class will focus on postural education, using stretches, strengthening, body mechanics, visual imagery, balance, and proper nutrition. Hannah told us more about the class earlier.
Hi, my name is Hannah Hosterman, and I'm a fitness coordinator here at Shell Point. Today I'd like to talk to you about my new Osteo Break Free program starting April 4th. In this program, there are 2 different sessions offered, Mondays and Wednesdays at 1:45 and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2:45. Osteo Break Free is not just for those who have osteoporosis. There will be a special consideration for those who do have osteoporosis, but anyone is welcome. In this class, it's all weight-bearing exercises. So today I'm going to explain what weight-bearing exercises look like. I'm demonstrating some of these exercises today with a chair just for those who may feel like their balance might be a little off. The chair can stabilize them just a little bit. So I'm just going to demonstrate a basic bicep curl, standing up, holding onto the chair. You can also do marches, squats, leg curls, and shoulder press. Moving on to the step right here, I'd like to show you some exercises that you can do that are weight-bearing, working on balance and lower body strengthening. Simply step up, step down. You can also do some lateral steps. Step up, step down. There are also weight-bearing exercises that you can do on the mat to strengthen the core. Hands and knees, leg kicks, bird dogs. These are all great exercises to incorporate a great Osteo Break Free program. Please join me Mondays and Wednesdays at 1:45 or Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2:45 for Osteo Break Free here in the Turpin Room. Thank you.
You know, I really love guitars, and if you like guitars, then you're going to love what's coming up next.
We have a story for you that is a bit unusual. in that it involves Shell Point residents, employees, and the surrounding community. And it happens to involve me personally. I've enjoyed folk music and singer-songwriters all of my life. It's usually one or two people playing an acoustic guitar and telling stories through tunes in an earthy sort of way.
Day by day, it's one more baby step down this long road that I've run.
In various towns where we have lived, my wife and I have searched in vain to find ways to enjoy this kind of music live. But about 5 years ago, my neighbor, Klaus, told us about house concerts that were going on in the homes of two ladies here in Fort Myers, Alice and Trish, and of a new organization that was being formed called the Americana Community Music Association. We checked it out and were delighted with what we found.
I tell you what we need to do. Remember that above the clouds, the sky's always blue.
House concerts are the best hobby I've ever had. It's a way to bring music and friends into your life, and in a small venue have the best music that you could possibly hear.
Another neighbor of mine, Roy Schneider, who does music full-time with his wife Kim, provided the inspiration for the new local association.
Out of house concerts, when I first started doing house concerts, Roy Schneider was my very first house concert musician. His friends and family came, and from that beginning, the ACMA was born. Trish said, why don't we do this in a public venue? And we talked about it and got some people together, and that's how the ACMA came about.
We started the ACMA to expand the house concert, more or less, into more of a community thing. With the house concerts, it's very private and intimate and small. You can't get as many people interested in it as you can in a public venue. And so it kind of was born from that.
So it was a love of music, a love of friends, a love of fellowship, and we have house concerts and we have the ACMA.
Well, when the ACMA started, we were one of the first shows there, and it was so great to have a place, a public venue where people come, and their main reason for coming there is to hear music. You know, that they're not there to drink and eat and socialize, and there happens to be a musician. You know, that's the wonderful thing.
We really appreciate this. It is so nice to have a place to come where people actually sit and listen.
This is all about the music. That's like their motto. So, and it's true. It's 100% true. So that makes it an extra joy.
And as a singer-songwriter, you really appreciate having someone listening to the hard work you put in to make some type of statement. And it's a real joy to perform in front of an attentive audience. It's a pleasure.
It's a place that's dedicated to the preservation and inspiration and advancement of original music.
Over the last 5 years, this local grassroots organization has been growing steadily and has sponsored an amazing number of concerts.
The Americana Community Music Association is a not-for-profit, volunteer-based organization, and we're committed to supporting original independent music and musicians, and we want to expand the community appreciation of Americana folk and roots music. But one of the main purposes of our listening room, which is where you are tonight, is to provide Southwest Floridians access to high-quality and original performers of Americana music. And you will get that tonight, I guarantee it. We host here anywhere from 2 to 4 concerts a month, and we host both touring and homegrown musicians. And homegrown are our local musicians who are semi-professional. They may have another job, but they may also make money at writing songs, and there's some very good local musicians out there.
I inhale your presence again.
It is incredible because it matches an audience up with musicians, creative musicians, and it produces an artistic environment that you just don't normally get.
We retired here like a year and a half ago, and we had no idea what we were going to find. What a gift. It's really a great thing, and we really enjoy it a lot.
It is absolutely a joy to experience, and we come every week whenever we can.
This is our first time, and we are really enjoying it. We used to live in North Georgia, and this music was all that was up there, basically, and so it's made me homesick. I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Well, we had no idea a music venue like this even existed, and we're glad to find out. Thank the Bartletts for bringing us. I think the word needs to get out. Not enough people know about this type of thing.
Bill and I were talking in the library one day about this kind of thing, and he said, well, you all ought to come see this. And here we are, and we're enjoying it.
I'm sure people at Shell Point, where we live, would love it if they just knew about it. So maybe this will help get the word out. I think they'll enjoy it.
I'm starting to understand it more after talking to the people. Evidently, even the real professional musicians come in here and really devote their time to this at a low fee just because they too want to promote this type of music.
Gave Annabelle mansions, ancient floorboards sag.
Actually, I think probably most of them would know me from Adam, and yet they said and they listened, and that is my favorite audience. Honest to God, my favorite audience. I really love it when people buy my records and come back to see me and stuff. But what I especially love is people who've never seen me and like me anyway. You know, that's like the best thing there is.
There are a few music venues where this is possible, and it's like going to church. You can hear a pin drop until the song is over, and then it just erupts. That is a wonderful experience.
The only thing I wanted to add was that the audience, the ACMA membership, is made up of musicians who think of themselves up there themselves. So they're not going to make lewd noises or anything like that because they're projecting a lot, I think. A lot of us are thinking of what we'd be doing up there if we had our guitar with us, if we started playing our guitars again. I'm not supposed to have said that, so.
There's great artists, and we love seeing the local people who open up for the traveling acts. So we always have a great night here, and we're members.
I think that is wonderful, and it also allows people to get up on stage who thought they never could, and even if they never carry it further than that, it allows people to have that experience without just dreaming about it.
It's a true community that has developed. Shell Point employee Bruce Gallant is another who has found a place for his music at the ACMA.
I've been a songwriter for a long, long time, and coming from New Hampshire, there wasn't a lot of opportunities for the kind of music we play. Coming down here to Fort Myers, happened to be looking through the newspaper one day, and I saw a little ad that said Singer-Songwriter Circle every Sunday at the All Faiths Unitarian Church on McGregor. All were welcome, all levels were welcome, so I decided to go one day, and it was the best decision I made as a songwriter to do this, because I met all kinds of people. I ended up finding out it was sponsored by a group called the ACMA, because through this organization I've met many people, found many opportunities to play out. They have schedules for open mics, they have all kinds of shows, concerts and stuff, and what's interesting, what's really nice about their concerts is they bring artists from around the country and folk music artists, and they use local people for the opening act, so myself and people like me who would normally not have such an opportunity get to open for these other acts, and that's a really big plus. It's a really nice thing.
She takes me out to dinner. She buys me fancy clothes. I kiss her in the morning.
I play mandolin, and same thing, these concerts, we both get to play in front of people who actually enjoy the music, which is nice, instead of going to a bar where maybe not everyone's paying attention. Yeah, we just met a lot of new people, and everybody seems to have the same interests, and our group is just getting bigger and bigger, and you don't even have to play an instrument or sing or anything. It's just an enjoyable time.
And once a month we do go play at the second floor at the Pavilion. If anybody ever cares to stop by, they can check in the schedule at the activities for the second floor and stop by and give us a listen. It would be nice. It's a really enjoyable time. The people there really enjoy it. We play songs that they can sing along, and it's really a good time.
The ACMA has become the center of a thriving music subculture in Fort Myers. Besides the many concerts at the Listening Room, ACMA members can now be found playing all over town almost every night of the week. Several are hosting weekly open mic nights at various venues. The local press has begun giving regular coverage to ACMA events.
And it gets bigger and better each time.
So please help us spread the word. Bring friends, tell your friends, like us on Facebook. Believe it or not, in this day and age, that counts. And you can visit our website to find out a whole lot more about us. It is www.americanacma.org.
It's just a great bunch of folks, and I'm very happy that I was doing what I do and inspired people that much that they wanted to create a place that they could have live music, original music from real artists on a regular basis.
The ACMA is a wonderful asset to everyone in this area who enjoys folk music. If you happen to be someone who does, you have got to come out to a concert and check out the Americana Community Music Association.
Right here in Fort Myers. Wow. How cool is that?
That's great. Open up your heart, open up your eyes, open up your bones and let your soul feel the light of the sky.
And that's going to wrap things up for this weekend edition of Shell Point Today for April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. We thank you for spending time with us, and we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'm Dan Philgreen, and we'll see you again on Monday.